I know I've been busy with school and life and just didn't have time to make videos, but I'm back and I'm going to attempt to teach you guys how to braid. So today's tutorial isn't going to be based on makeup or anything, but on hair. So if you want to see how to learn how to braid, stay tuned. This is my buddy. She doesn't have a name because I think that would just be too weird. So I'll just call her my buddy. I got this for Christmas probably 2 to 3 years ago. And the funny story is that these braids that I did have been in her hair since the first time I braided her hair. So I got her for Christmas. I asked my mom to get me a doll head for Christmas. That sounds so funny. And she did, her and my dad, and because I used to be really into braiding hair back then, and so I did this design, kind of a zigzag design, and also I parted her hair in half and then did it down this way as well. And so I was so proud of myself when I did it that I didn't want to take it out, so I left it in there, and I haven't touched it since. So these braids have been in here for about 3 years. But I think it's time to do a different design. So I'm going to go ahead and take out one of these braids and I'm going to try and teach you guys how to do a braid. I'm more of a visual learner. Like, I learned how to braid by watching other people braid, but I know everybody's not like that, so I'm going to try my best to show you and also explain what I'm doing, but I'm not too good at that, so hopefully you guys can just learn by watching. But stay tuned.
So now that we have all the hair out, we're going to start the braid off by sectioning off a small part in the very front. So you're going to separate this hair from the rest of the hair, okay? This is going to be the start of our braid. So you're going to separate this hair into 3 parts, just like any regular braid. Okay? Try to make them even. Alright, so you have these 3 parts, okay? So now just start braiding like any regular braid. You're not going to attach any hair, you're just going to braid this however you would a regular braid. Okay? Now we're going to start attaching some of this hair to the braid. So that way it sticks to the head. So I'm going to take this hair over here on the left side. I'm going to move it to the right side. And as I do that, I'm going to be grabbing some hair from behind here, okay? So my index finger and my thumb are going to be the fingers that are going to be grabbing the extra hair, as well as the hair on the opposite side. So the hair that's in the middle right here, I'm going to be going underneath that. You see, like that. So my index finger and my thumb are grabbing some hair, and as I'm doing that, I'm pulling the hair on the left side. Okay? So now that strand that was on the left side is now in the middle right here. Okay? So now I'm going to be pulling this strand over here to the right. And as I do that, my thumb and my index finger are going to be pulling more hair from the back. Okay? Just like that. So as you braid, you want to keep the separations, because you don't want it to get too messy and too hard to braid. So keep them separated into 3 sections. Okay? So now these 2 right here are thicker than this strand on the left. Okay, so now I'm going to be working with this strand over here on the left. I'm going to be moving it over to the right. And as I do that, my thumb and my index finger are going to be grabbing more hair underneath. Okay, so my hands are going to grab this hair back here as my other hand swings this strand around and into those fingers. Just like that. Okay, keep them separated. Alright. Now, I'm going to change the way my hands are. So right now, my hands are kind of facing upwards, like to give a thumbs up or something. But now I'm going to hold them so it's kind of facing downward. Okay? just like this. But I'm going to continue to do the same method. So I'm going to be grabbing the strands over here on the left, right here. And as I do that, still my thumb and my index finger are going to be working together to grab more hair. So I'm going to grab more hair down here, and my other hand is swinging the left strand underneath. So my index finger and my thumb have grabbed more hair as well as this strand that was on the left. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing that, keep separating, and each time you're pulling the hair tight, okay, so that way your braid isn't loose. So I'm going to be working with this strand over here on the right. I'm going to be moving it over to the left, okay, so my index finger and my thumb, they're going to be going underneath, pulling more hair, and see how that works? I'm twisting my hand like this to bring that strand into my thumb and my index finger. Okay? So I'm just going to keep doing that. So just keep watching, okay? So now I'm going to be working with this left over here, this right here. Thumb, index finger going underneath, and my hand is rotating around to bring that strand into those two fingers. And as I'm doing that, I'm pulling more and more hair. Okay? Okay, so my braid is going this way, and now it's going to start going this way. So I want to turn my head in the direction that my braid is going and just continue to do it. Okay? Okay, so once again, just keep them separated. Okay, I'm going to be grabbing this strand over here, and my two fingers are going to be grabbing more hair back here. As my hand rotates, my fingers grab it. Okay, so separate and pull so it's tight. Again, this strand that's over here on the right, my two fingers go underneath, grab hair, and this twists into those fingers. Okay, strand on the left, these two fingers, grab hair underneath, swing, and grab the strand. Okay, so as you get closer to the end, you can either take your small rubber band that you can find at like Target, Walmart, any drugstore, anywhere, any hair supply store, and you can tie it right here, or you can continue to braid. And I'm just going to continue to braid. And then when you get to the very end, just go ahead and tie it. You want to make sure to hold the braid tight so that way it doesn't loosen up at the end. Alright, so that was hard to try and explain, but we got through it, and hopefully it will help you guys out. Right here, my braid got messed up in the front, and that tends to happen. It's in the front where your braid's going to most likely loosen up or mess up. Like, you probably can't see it, but like a little piece is sticking out like that. So you're going to want to start over and redo it, but as you work your way back, that's when the braid starts to develop. So the very beginning is most likely the hardest part, but just rewind the video, pause it if you guys, need more help. Just if you have questions, just ask me and I'll try and answer them. But this was my first hair tutorial, and I want to do more. I'm probably going to try and do a twisty video, but stay tuned. Let me know if you guys like this video. Alright, bye.